شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أوصيكم وإياي أولا باتقوا الله فقد فاز المتقون. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, all praise due to Allah Rabbul Alamin for His blessing, for His guidance, for His mercy, for all the rizq that Allah have provided for all of us till today, and for the day that is coming until we meet Allah Rabbul Alamin. Ameen. To all the sisters and the brother, let us start our day with a prayer for ourselves, for our loved one, our family, for all the Muslims wherever they are. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive all of us, and also we pray for His blessing. I will recite the prayer slowly so that all the new Jama'ah who have just joined us will understand what kind of dua that the Prophet encouraged us to recite every morning. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma bika asbahna wa bika amsayna wa bika nahya wa bika namut wa ilayka nushur. Bismillahillazi la yadurru ma'asmihi syai'un fil ardi wala fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul alim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi Muhammadin nabiyya. Allahumma zidni ilman nafi'ah wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Allahumma adkhilna jannatak wa ajirna minan nar. Allahumma ighfir lahum warhamhum wa'afihim wa'fu anhum wa akrim nuzulahum wa wasi' mudkhalahum waghsilhum bil ma'i wal thalji wal baradi wa naqqihim minal khataya kama yunaqqa ath-thawba al-abyad minad danas. Allahumma abdilhum daran khairan min darihim wa ahlan khairan min ahlihim wa zawjan khairan min zawjihim. Allahumma adkhilhum jannatak wajirhum min azabi qabri wa azabin nar. Allahumma ighfir li hayyina wa mayyitina wa syahidina wa ghaibina wa saghirina wa kabirina wa zakarina wa unthana. Allahumma man ahyaitahu minna fa ahyihim ala al-islam wa man tawaffaitahu minna fatawaffahum ala al-iman. Allahumma la tahrimna ajrahum wa la tudillana ba'dahum. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin ya rabbal alamin. We humble ourselves asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His barakah, His blessing from the morning to the evening to tomorrow morning, from the time we live and the time we depart from this world and meet Allah Rabbul Alameen. May Allah make us among the people who are ready to see Allah Rabbul Alameen. Ameen. We keep on asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive our sin, and also the sin of all our loved ones who passed away before us, our family members, all the Muslims wherever they are. May Allah forgive their sins, and may Allah replace them with a better life than the life they have in this world, better companionship than the companion they have here, because in this life there's a lot of good and bad people around us, but over there we only want to get close to those who are close to Allah Rabbul Alameen. And also we ask Allah Rabbul Alameen not to turn all of us astray after our loved one pass away. Our parents always want the best from all of us. They're trying to give us the best, to protect us, to guide us. But when they are no more with you, everybody have to try their very best, yeah, to make sure that they still remember what the parent want them to do. So that inshallah, Allah will allow us to meet up with our parent again, inshallah, in the hereafter. When we are trying our best to do what Allah wants us to do in this life, the reward is very great. Then Allah Rabbul Alameen will make us with those we love. Yeah. The Prophet did say that you will meet with those you love most. So if you love this environment, I think we are going to meet each other in the hereafter, inshallah. Amin. And the environment is very different. Yeah. Over there is very different. So brothers and sisters, normally our class here, we always start with a short prayer, but even in short, I hope most of us have memorized it. Yeah? There's a lot of zikr and dua the Prophet have taught us, and we don't have the time to even to remember to memorize it. So if you want to make any dua, firstly, you try to make sure that you follow the way of the Prophet first. Yeah? Don't have to add your own dua. Yeah, and create your own dua, because the dua of the Prophet is the best dua. Yeah? Now, the system that we are applying here when making dua is the talaqi system. Talaqi system means when I am reciting, you listen. When I stop, you follow. This is the system of our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Our Prophet learned from Gabriel talaqi. It's not in a form of writing, nothing. He just listened carefully, and when the angel stopped, he will repeat what the angel have recited earlier. And that's how our Prophet conveyed the message of Islam to the companion, all through talaqi system. But it's important for us, yeah, to remember the Prophet said, as-sam'a, listen carefully. So that's why when you are learning, the first thing that you must have a good hearing. To have a good hearing, you must be focused. Sometimes when people are saying something good, you don't feel that you are listening to them, or sometimes you don't hear them. But when people gossip about something bad, you seem to hear them. You know, you see, this is how shaitan works. Anything negative, he make you hear. Anything good, very hard sometimes. I don't hear you, sir. It's always like that. I'm not saying that we are bad, but it's a trial, a test from Allah Rabbul Alameen. Now, we are going to this book, Qada, and Qadr is very important because this is part of our belief in the ghaibiyah, in the unseen. Anything to do with the unseen, firstly, I'd like to share with you how the first generation believe in it. The companions of the Prophet ﷺ, the way they believe in the unseen is whatever the Prophet said to them, they just believe, no question asked. Without using their rational logic, because belief is more than rational and logic. It's more than that. So that's how they believe. Whatever Allah said to the Prophet ﷺ, Allah conveyed the wahyu to the Prophet conveyed to them, they just believe. Not like us today. When do the ummah start to deviate? Is after the third generation. First generation, alhamdulillah, the aqidah is strong. The ibadah is, alhamdulillah, is so good. The second generation, the tabi'in, is the same. The second generation involved Imam Abu Hanifa, one of the great scholars, Nu'man bin Thabit. And the third generation involved Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Ahmad al-Hanbali, and some other great scholars. These are the three most safe generation, known as the people of Salaf. Then the generation is taken over by the fourth until today. Starting from the fourth generation, this is known as Al-Khalaf. Khalaf means the one who came after Salaf. That's why you use the word Khalaf. Khalfu, from the root word khalo, after, behind. Yeah. Then you have all these Ahli Kalam. Then you have the Mu'tazila, yeah, and then you have all these Qadariya, and then you have Jahmiya, and all this group coming up, who try to rationalize the Ghaibiyah. Where anything to do al-Ghaibiyah, look at what Allah said. Yeah? You can look at page 11 now, back to the book. We are supposed to go into this topic today. Guidelines for understanding Qadr. Knowledge of Ghaib. Ghaib refers to all knowledge that is beyond the reach of human perception. If you are talking about something that you can see, you are not talking about this subject. We can only learn about the matters of Ghaib from Allah Rabbul Alamin Himself, as He, Allah, revealed in His book, the Holy Quran, or in His messenger's Sunnah of our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And Allah make it very clear to all of us, وَعِنْدَهُ مَفَاتِحُ الْغَيْبِ لَا يَعْلَمُهَا إِلَّا هُ. لَا يَعْلَمُهَا إِلَّا هُ. In Surah Al-An'am verses 59, Allah now is telling all of us, the Creator is informing us, with Him, only with Allah are the keys of the Ghaib. And Allah used the word mafatih, miftah. Those who learn Arabic, they know miftah means key. Mafatih means plural, keys. Of Ghaib, anything about Ghaib, no one have the knowledge except Him. And nobody know except what Allah wants us to know. If Allah silent on that, no one can explain to you. Even our Prophet cannot explain. Just give you one example. When the people of the book, who are very learned people, the Jew and the Nasara, who was in Mecca and Medina, they migrated there. Before Mecca and Medina declared as a sacred city, that only believing people can live there, can stay there. There are a lot of kuffar, mushrikeen. Even Kaaba, you know, before was surrounded by all the idols, full of idol worship. And that's the time the Jew, the Christian from Bani Israel migrated there, with the hope that the last messenger, which was mentioned in the Torah and the Injil from the early prophet Moses and Jesus is among them. But Allah have His own plan. Allah don't follow you. You have plan. You have hope, but it's up to Allah to decide. It's His decision, not your call. When Allah give them so many prophets, they are so arrogant. That's why they feel that we are the chosen one. No, we are the children of God. Until today, we have problem with them. The whole world is having problem with them. And they're very unfortunate. Nobody can do anything. You can talk about justice, human right, all right, right. To them, they are right. Everybody is wrong. Right belong to them. Now, what happened? This city, later on, Allah declared it to be a sacred city. The non-believer cannot stay there anymore. And the Jew used to ask the Prophet a very unique question, because they have the knowledge, but they don't have the full knowledge. So they asked the Prophet, and Allah mentioned in the Quran, the dialogue. Yas'alunaka anir ruh. You remember this ayah? Now this group of people is asking Prophet Muhammad, who claimed that I am the last messenger of Allah. He said, can you tell us about ruh? You know what is ruh? It's ghaibiyah, it's unseen. If a person who is not a prophet, I think like us, we start to think of something, you know, to convince the other. If you go to look for a witchcraft today, they'll come up with a lot of explanation. At the end, they don't know, you also don't know. So they asked the Prophet. The Prophet have no comment, silent for a while, because this is a very difficult question. It's about the unseen. Who have seen the Spirit? How does the Spirit look like? How does the Spirit taste like? What is the color of the soul? Who can explain? They are coming. If you answer, they are going to ask you more. But Allah Almighty revealed this ayah to the Prophet. Yas'alunaka anir ruh qulir ruh min amri rabbi. In Surah Isra, they ask you about the ruh, the unseen. Tell them the unseen is the knowledge of Allah. وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِّنَ الْعِلْمِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. You see how Allah guide our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We don't give anyone any knowledge about that except very little. Even the little knowledge, the Prophet cannot explain. Only he wants us to believe that there is ruh. That's all. And Allah Rabbul Alameen mentioned again, Inna Allah indahu ilmu sa'ah wa yunazzilul ghayth wa ya'lamu ma fi arham wa ma tadri nafsun maza ta'sibu ghadan wa ma tadri nafsun bi ayyi ardin tamut inna Allah alimun khabir. It's not in this book. You can look at Surah Luqman, the last ayah in Surah Luqman. Surah Luqman, verse 34. Allah is telling us, verily Allah with Him alone is the knowledge of the hour unseen. As-sa'a, no one knows except Allah. He sent down the rain and knows that which is in the womb of our mother. We have no knowledge in the beginning. Whether we are getting pregnant or not, we have no knowledge. Something happened, then we realize something is moving. And when something is moving in the beginning, nobody knows. He or she, nobody knows. Black or white, no one knows. What color, no one knows. Yeah. No person knows what he will earn tomorrow. Allahu Akbar. You can plan, but you do not know. What is your rizqi tomorrow? No one knows. And no person knows in what land he or she will die. You can plan. You can plan. I want to die here, I want to die here. You make a room for yourself when you are bedridden. I want to be here. Everybody can plan, but when the time comes, if Allah says, you will be moved to other area, something is going to happen and you will be moved out. And you may have one booking here and there. Something happened, that booking cancelled. Not only your flight can cancel. Yeah. Your booking for the place of burial also can be cancelled. Yeah. Allah is all knower and Allah is all aware of what is going to happen. Yeah. Even the rain, nobody knows. People can just assume, this is raining day. Sometimes it rain here, Sungai Kayu Ara, you know, and then one utama is dry. You know. Sometimes we are surprised. Over here is raining. It's up to Allah. If you say rain, only here. Al-Khadim rain. Outside Al-Khadim no rain. It's Allah's choice, not your choice. He decides. Allahu Akbar. Now, one important thing I'd like to share with all of you is the reminder of the great scholars. One of them is Imam Abu Hanifa. Imam Abu Hanifa is trying to alert his student and share his feeling, yeah, to the people around him. He said, we do not mention anyone from among the companions of the Prophet ﷺ except with goodness. See how they honor the companion. Why? Number one, we do not declare ourselves free from anyone from among the companions of the messenger, nor do we attach ourselves to one of them to the exclusion of another. We cannot compare. Never compare. I think our iman better lah. No way to compare your iman. And this saying is very important. The stay of one of us with the messenger of Allah or the companion for an hour is better than righteous action of one of us done throughout our lifetime, even it is long. We live here for 100 years. Anybody who have the chance to be with the Prophet even an hour is better compared with the whole life that we spend doing all the righteous deeds. Why? Now this is a reminder that learning the saying of the Prophet, the Sunnah, is so important in our life. Because Allah has chosen him to be the last messenger and inform us he is the best model example for you to follow. And Allah put condition, if you want Allah to love you and forgive your sins, you just have to follow one man. Fattabi'uni, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu. Until today, most of the ummah of the Prophet don't bother about his sunnah. The saying of the Prophet become alien to the Muslim today. But the saying of the scholars, the saying of the Imam, the saying of the tradition is so popular. But the Sunnah of the Prophet, no one bother. To the extent somebody says, must we follow the Sunnah? We should have asked them, must we follow the tradition? Must we entertain the saying of so and so and ignore the saying of the best man that Allah have chosen for us? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam even guaranteed us, which Allah have granted him. Kullu ummati yadkhuluna al-jannah. All my ummah will go to paradise. That's all that we are working so hard for, because we want to have a good ending. Illa man aba, except those who refuse. So you have a choice to go to Jannah or not. This make the companion are so worried. Is there a group of Muslims who refuse to go to Jannah? Ya Rasulullah. Qila ma ya'bah ya Rasulullah. And the Prophet called, Man atani dakhala Jannah wa man asani faqad aba. Very simple, straightforward. Whoever follow my teaching, go to Jannah. See how easy to go to Jannah? Just follow one man. And see how stubborn we are until today. Oh, the Sunnah of the Prophet not relevant anymore. Oh, our way is relevant. How many followers do you have? The Prophet had billions of followers. We don't have even 2 followers. Something. Even our son don't follow us. Our daughter don't follow us. Our husband disagree with us. And then we are so proud of ourselves. Just an example. The Prophet said, all my ummah will go to illa man aba, except those who refuse. Who are those who refuse? Those who do not want to follow my teaching. He thought that my teaching is not important. My saying is not important. His feeling, the people saying, the majority feeling is better. So you choose. Choice is with us. Imam Malik, Imam Shafi also remind, whoever dispute with Qada and Qadr, don't believe in Qada and Qadr. If they become Imam, don't follow them. Because their connection with Allah is gone. When you deny one Arkanu Iman, the article of faith, your Iman is gone. Because you cannot deny. When Allah wants us to accept Islam, Allah said, Udkhulu fi silmi kafa. Accept Islam totally. Not halfly, quarterly, no, all. If there are 6 articles of faith, 6 articles of faith you must believe. And don't worry, but very difficult. What is difficult? Just believe what? It's not difficult. Then slowly you develop your Iman. When you have more knowledge, it's just like when you want to get married. Is that easy or difficult? Are you going to ask everything in detail from the guy that you just know? Do you think he's going to share with you everything? A to Z? No way. Just accept me as how I am. Look at me. Am I okay? Yeah. I have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 pair of eyes, 1 pair. Everything okay. My physical look okay. Comfort, how about comfort? I have some car. Is that okay? House, we rent a flat, okay? Okay. And that's why we get married. Yeah, we cannot go and ask everything. You're going to ask everything, the guy will chabut already. Wow. You just think, okay, I look at him, physically look okay, alhamdulillah. Then you get into it. Then as you get closer and closer, you learn more. But human, you learn the good, the bad, and the ugly. Allah is always the good one. The Prophet only gave you the good because he was guided by Allah Rabbul Alamin. The knowledge of ghaib include the knowledge about Allah. Allah is ghaib. So when Allah talk about himself, and this is an area that we have a lot of problem until today. The Khalaf do not want to believe in what Allah talk about himself in the Quran. When Allah said wajh, the word wajh means face. They cannot accept face. When Allah said yet, they cannot accept yet. When Allah talk about more than that, ain, they cannot accept ain. They try to, good feeling, but shaitan give them that idea. Try to confuse the people. But how the companion believe? How do the Prophet believe? Do he explain more than that? No, he just says, ain, yet, wajh, khalas. And everybody have to understand, laysa kamislihi shay. Nothing is like Allah. You have a face, I have a face. Do our face have water? So the Malay have a saying, air muka. When I learn about air muka, I say, in the face there is water. What kind of water? That means, that's why even the Prophet, if he want to explain something about the personality of the person, he said, beware of wajhain. Beware of wajhain. Be careful of the people who have two faces. No one have two faces. What do you mean two faces? In front, different, behind, different. This is the face of the hypocrite. Yeah? But today people have a lot of issue. Believing in his angel unseen, no one seen. Even angel may appear in the form of a human and walk side by side with you. But if he never inform you that I am the angel, you cannot believe. But if he say I'm an angel, you must look into yourself. Am I that good that angel is coming to accompany me? Or is another guy? Yeah. Sometimes we also have that feeling, an angel visit me. How do you know? He told me. How do you know that he's the angel? The shaitan also can come in any form and say, I am Mr. Angel. I'm Mikael here. No, he's not Mikael, he's Michael. About heavens, Jannah, hell, Allah said, a Jannah haq, wan naru haq. And sometimes human who don't have a strong faith, they do also believe in paradise. If you ask anyone in the West, do you believe there is a paradise? Majority believe. Majority believe. The one who don't want to believe also deep in the heart they believe. Just in front of you. No, who have been there? Anybody went there? Anybody came back from there? And sometimes some very close friend, very sensitive, they said, I have a very close friend and he passed away or she passed away. But I thought that she's going to come back to me. But she's not coming back. Why? Because she's very happy there already. That's why she don't want to come home. Because she's very happy in paradise. So I'm very jealous. Some people have their own expression about Jannah. It's true. How do Jannah look like? The Prophet informed us, no eye have seen, no ear have heard the sound of paradise, and none of us have tasted the food of paradise. Don't worry, whoever love any kind of food, tom yum ka, laksa ka, go to Jannah. Just go to Jannah. Hell, of course, is there. Jinn, we believe in jinn. Every one of us have one jinn. Events from the remote past or future. The past, we are not there. The future also, we do not know. But you must believe this is ghaibiyah. In dealing with issues of ghaib, we should apply the following important rules, adab. Matter of ghaib, number one, that are mentioned in the Quran and Sunnah should be fully accepted and believed in. That's why you only believe about the ghaibiyah which Allah mentioned. Why you believe in jinn? Allah mentioned jinn. Why you believe in shaitan? Allah mentioned shaitan. Why you believe in angel? Allah mentioned angel. Why do you believe in qiyamah? Allah mentioned al-qiyamah. Why do you believe in the last day? Allah talk about the last day. Inna sa'ata atiyatun akadu uhfiha. Allah is telling us that qiyamah, as-sa'a, is very close. But the time Allah covered it, no one knows. Even our Prophet do not know. The only thing he can share is the signs, the sciences, alamat. But the right time, no one knows. And why that Allah said, Sa is close? Because every one of us have one qiyamah. When you die, there is your qiyamah, gone from here. Here is your last day. Then there will be one that everything will die. But before that everything dies, each one of us will have to taste death. That's why Allah said, Al-Yawm, Al-Yawm, Yawm, Yawm, the day, remember. Number two, the text concerning ghaib have real meaning that are within human reason. Otherwise, Allah would not have mentioned them to us. For example, the dalil about Jannah describe trees, fruit, river, jewelry, clothing, and other things that are known to us. We know we have tree, we've seen tree, fruits, we have seen rivers, yeah. We have a lot of jewelry on our body, alhamdulillah. But Allah is also talking about that. That Allah will prepare for all of us gold, silver, pearls, everything you want, ruby, jade, what kind of color, diamond color you want, black diamond, purple diamond, pink diamond, just name it, Allah give it. Just go to Jannah first. But Allah also show us way how to go to Jannah. In Surah Tawbah, Allah informed us. He said, Inna Allah hastara minal mu'minina anfusahum wa amwalahum bi anna lahumul jannah. يقاتلون في سبيل الله فيقتلون ويقتلون وعدا عليه حقا في التوراة والإنجيل والقرآن. And all is mentioned in the book of Moses, the book of Jesus, and the Quran, the last book of Allah. Allah is preparing to trade with us. Now Allah is offering a good business, and He is telling us, I am going to sell my Jannah. Who is going to buy? What do you think, sister? Do you want to buy Jannah? Of course. I think if the non-believer also, if they know that Jannah is for sale, they are going to buy. And Allah said, I'm going to sell my Jannah. I offer my Jannah to you, all you who believe. Allah put condition. Offer is only to the believer. If you don't believe, there's no point for you to buy and sell. Even you want to do business, you must believe in the person. You must believe in the good that you want to buy. And this is very important. Inna Allah hashtara minal mu'minin. Allah put one condition: you must become a believer first. Anfusahum. I'm offering Jannah if you are prepared to give your life. Are you prepared? Because you cannot go to Jannah without departing from this life. You must prepare to die. Die for who? Die for Him. Like what we say to Allah, Kul inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin. That word mati is from Bahasa Arab. Mamati. Now this is what Allah said. I am going to offer Jannah for the believer who is prepared to sell themselves, offer their life and their money. Allahu Akbar. Inna Allah ashtara min al-mu'minina anfusahum wa amwalahum bi anna lahumul Jannah. For that I'm going to give you Jannah. And that is why our Prophet, the first generation, all of them who Allah give them power, authority, wealth, none of them become the slave of dunya. They love dunya, but dunya is outside from their heart, not in their heart. And that's why they become the best generation. We fail because our love to dunya is so deep that is in the heart now. Oh, do we love dunya, sisters? Yes. You cannot lie to Allah. You can pretend, no. But the truth, yes, we all love dunya. There's nothing wrong to love dunya, but not to the extent not to love Allah. Use the dunya to love Allah. Because it's from Allah. Allah is the one who gave it to us. And we are making use of the dunya for Allah. I show you one simple example. If you love your husband loves you, he gives you everything. What should you do? Keep it to yourself. And keep asking, some more. He gave it to you, give it back to him. Anything you want, some in Japan you have that kind of MOU, you know. When the husband work and then salary give to the wife. Now it's up to the wife to give the husband. Go for coffee shop, and go for some high tea, low tea. So everything. But how do you feel if the husband trusts you? He gives you because you are the caretaker. And then you give back. How do your husband feel? How do your husband feel? You don't know. You don't know, you do it. Go home and try to do it. Your husband have no doubts in you anymore. He will keep on giving because he knows you're going to give back to him. But if you keep on demanding and demanding until his black hair turned to gray, thinking of Allah, every time she just asks and asks, she never want to give back. Problem. You know, when I first became a Muslim and I worked in a shipyard as a tally clerk, and I've seen a lot of workers steal goods from the ship. I even told my boss, said, boss, if you call me to stop people from stealing, I can't. I can minimize only. If they want to steal for their own good, I let them go. If they want to steal to do business, I stop them. My boss also understand because it's It's a well-known kind of work. At that time, you don't have all this container, no container. All is boxes, 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 boxes. And sometimes I have to pretend not to speak Chinese, even I'm a Chinese. And when they don't know that I can speak Chinese, they speak Chinese, they talk about me. I love that. They say, nah, this guy don't know anything. We just do what we want to do. No, we pakat. I pretend that I know nothing. And I will say to them, if you want to take anything, steal anything, don't steal little thing. Steal more. When you are caught also, balui. Don't take a little bit, no, balui, and you take 2 or 3 things, you take 50, 60, no problem. But I await you when you come down. Not now. I wait for you when you are coming down from the ladders of the ship. Then I will have somebody also waiting with me. Because if I do it now, they can even kill me. Because I had to take care of 12 workers. I know the hatch is so big, thousands of boxes there. 4 work here and there. I can look at this 4. The rest is no more there. He's moving around already. And they know what is coming more than me. A worker very well informed. They know this is the max factor product coming in. Chocolate coming in. Or jeans coming in. Everything they have the knowledge. Anyhow, Allah prepare all this for us. Just make sure that you go to Jannah. This gives us a general idea about what to expect there, even though we know that there is no comparison between the everlasting splendor of Jannah, the delight of Jannah, and the temporary glitter of this life. Nothing compared with this world. The sweetness, the happiness that you enjoy, you can see. Today happy, after evening, that's sad. One word saja, kita sudah hilang the happiness. But over there, every word will make you more happy. Every time people talk to you, you become happier and happier because the word that people are using is beautiful word. Here the word only Allah knows. Yeah. One day they say you are like angel, and the next day you are like shaitan. Yeah. That makes us very confused sometimes. So you cannot compare the delight of Jannah and the temporary glitter of this life. There's no way to compare. And this is the feeling that the companion have. So they never look at this dunya as something that is good. The dunya is like what? Yeah? Dunya is like a prison. See, unless there is an authentic evidence to the contrary, that means if you come up with a saying of the Prophet of the Quran talking about certain issue that against what the normal people want to believe, then you don't have to believe. Yeah? Unless there is authentic evidence to contrary, ghaib issues should be understood and interpreted in accordance with the apparent meaning of the text of the Quran and the Sunnah. Don't go further than that, because no one knows more than Allah, and no one knows better than the Prophet who Allah chose to be his messenger. And that's why the Prophet is telling us that every single night, all the jinn is going outward. He is going upward also, to try to get some secret of what Allah is going to reveal to the angels. Yeah. Number 4, our reason is based on our experience in our physical world. Normally, our reasoning is based on our experience. Since ghaib relate to a world different from ours, our physical laws do not govern it. Therefore, we should not attempt to subject ghaib issue to such law that we are following. Believing in Allah's attribute, example. We must hold the correct belief about Allah's name and attribute Asma al-Husna. And this is a very important thing for us to believe too. Yeah? When you talk about Asma al-Husna, you talk about how Allah Rabbul Alameen introduced Himself, about His name, and He said in Surah Al-A'raf, Surah 7, verse 180, وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا وَذَرُوا الَّذِينَ يُلْحِدُونَ فِي أَسْمَاعِهِ سَيُجْزَوْنَ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. And Allah has beautiful names, so call upon Him by name, by the name, and leave the company of those who deviate concerning His names. They will be recompensed for what they used to do. It's not in this book, but I'm just quoting here. Now, one important thing, brothers and sisters, when you talk about the name of Allah, is also unseen. How beautiful the name of you cannot compare the beauty of His creation. When Allah said He is all hearing, you cannot compare with the hearing of earth, the hearing of the fish, the hearing of animal. You can't. Yeah. And it's been mentioned also, Allah is not to be described with the attribute of the creation. His anger and His pleasure are two attributes from His attribute without inquiry into their bila kayf. How is the anger of Allah? You don't have to ask how. But Allah have the right to be angry, and He told us every single day we were reminded about what Allah is angry about. Are you aware of that, sister? Eh? In Surah Al-Fatiha, غَيْرِ مَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ. Maghdub is the anger of Allah. Now He is telling us that He is very angry with who? With the group of people that He has sent so many prophets to them, and they are so arrogant, they keep on rejecting the truth. They reject what is right. Until today, the group still exists. They reject the right of other people. You are staying there for generation, and then they come and say, no, this is our place, get out. What kind of rule are you applying? And the whole world is blind. Something is very wrong. Allah is telling us why He was so angry with them. And the anger of Allah continues until today. Until today we are reciting that ayah. And the ayah is so true when you look at what Allah said about them, and you can see it's happening. When Allah talked about Abu Lahab, you remember? Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. Abu Lahab was alive. If Abu Lahab want to disbelieve what Allah said, it's so easy for him to do. What he can do? He just become a believer and then become good and say what your God say is not true. He say, I'm a bad guy. But I'm a good guy now. Allah is telling us He knows everything. He knows where He is going. How is His ending? Because He chose that ending. He chose that. Allah showed him guidance, sent a prophet to him, and he refused. And not only he refused, he belittled Muhammad, and he go against his mission. Now we have this problem also today. If you don't want to follow the sunnah because you are not sure, fair enough. But don't go against the sunnah. And now you have the ummah of the Prophet ﷺ today who have this kind of character. Very weird character. You don't want to follow the sunnah, it's up to you. وَحَدَيْنَهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ, I show you two ways, you choose. But don't go against the sunnah. Just be quiet. Many things that Allah is talking about Himself, His name, nothing is equal like Him. Allah is ever living, all capable, all hearing, ever watchful, Raqib. Allah's hand is above their hands. Allah used this word hand, face. But how do Allah's bila kayf? Our belief is like how the companion believe without asking how. No need. The important thing we say, nothing look like him. Khalas. Finish. All of Allah's names and attributes have real meanings. When He said this means this. But you cannot compare. That's all. Don't change. Don't change. If you want to, Allah can change it. The Prophet can change. Neither the Prophet changed. Neither the companion asked the Prophet like how today we ask. Where is Allah? We have problem today. Allah's attributes are all attributes of perfection. Remember, when He said He hears every single thing. From all His creation, animals, the wind, the sound of the birds, the whisper of our heart, everything is in the knowledge of Allah, and He hears. Allah's name and attribute are not like those of any member of His creation, makhluk, khalas, cut it off. But you maintain what He said about His name. Hand, face, hearing, seeing, powerful. Just maintain that. Yeah. Since Allah's name and attributes, the sifat, are part of the knowledge of ghaib, no one knows. You cannot compare like His creation. They should be accepted without kayf. Kayf means what? What is kayf? Yeah? Without asking why, how. Like how you see a Muslim, kayfa haluka? Kayfa haluka? How are you? Ana bi khair, I'm good. Yeah. How do Allah? Don't ask how. Without imposing our limited knowledge in attempt to interpret or misinterpret them. Now this is the problem that we are facing after the third generation. We thought that we are so smart, we can interpret, we can go deeper than that. Oh, we could want to compare. You have no right to do that. Even the word tangan, the yad. We Malay also use so many things for tangan. Yeah. Jangan lupa buah tangan. Oh, wow. What, tangan got buah? Tangan is tangan, fruit is fruit. What? Jangan campur tangan. You have the word on it. Jangan campur tangan. Jangan panjang tangan. So many tangan. Are you saying that tangan is the same tangan? No. This tangan means for this tangan means that. But if Allah said what He wants to say, you just believe. Khalas. Some of Allah's attributes, they are very relevant to our discussion of Qadr, are the following. Number one, knowledge, represented by His name, Al-Alim, the all-knowing. That's why Allah said, Allama al-insana ma lam ya'lam. Human by nature have no knowledge. It's Allah who have taught us. That the little we know, we go against Him. There is ungrateful and unthankful to Allah Rabbul Alamin. It's like our children. We are the one who have taught them, brought them up, give them all the education that they need. And now they say that we don't know. Mama tak tahu. Papa, you are not in our world. No. We are digital world. You are manual. Now automatic, no more manual. The more you know, you still must remember what Allah said. وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي الْعِلْمِ عَلِيمٌ. Allah is telling us, remember, above the people of knowledge, there is always someone who is more knowledgeable than you. Always remember that. You think your driver don't have knowledge? Because he's your driver, he may have more knowledge than you without you knowing. And when you are talking, when he was driving, he was listening and he is learning. Plus what he learned from outside and from you. Your mate, do you think he have no knowledge? He has so many knowledge to the extent that he take things we don't know. You have so many things here, then your thing disappears, you don't even know, and he know where you put. And we also forget where we put our things sometimes. Don't think that they don't know. They know. They have a lot of knowledge. But remember, if you have the knowledge that Allah is all-knowing, you cannot hide from Him. That is what you must feel. Justice, represented by His name. Dayan, the supreme judge and ruler. And that's why we must try to be just. How you want to be just? Normally it's not easy. Because we don't have the full knowledge and understanding. For Allah, He knows everything. Today, most of the lawyer today is coming to protect the wrong people, not to protect the right one, no. Because it's a business. It's a business. You must be just to people. You cannot just put people into pass judgment to a person when it's not been judged yet. Everybody must be silent, you see. We are not the silent people. We like to talk. Wisdom, represented by His name, Hakim. And that's why Allah Rabbul Alamin always remind us, وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ وَيُعَلِّهِمُ الْكِتَابَ وَالْحِكْمَةِ. Hikmah, Hakim, the wise. Al-Qadir, capability, represented by His name, Al-Qadir. Acknowledge our intellectual limitation. This is very, very important. We should neither question Allah's actions. Why this thing happened? Why that thing happened? Nor overestimate our intellectual ability. Overconfidence destroys all of us. It is Allah who has the full right to question us. His subject, Allah said, La yus'alu amma yaf'alun wa hum yus'alun, in Surah Anbiya verses 23. Allah is reminding us who we are. He is saying He cannot be questioned as to what He does. Whatever Allah's Qadr, you have no right to go. Why Allah make this happen? while they, we as Allah's creation, will be questioned by Allah. Can we accept this easily, brothers and sisters? Don't question Allah. Just you question yourself first. Why? Allah want me to do this because for our own good. Why Allah forbid me for my own good? Like Allah said, pray to me. Some will say, why Allah only fixed 5 times? Why cannot 3 times? Why cannot 7 times? And when you make tawaf 7 rounds, why 7 rounds? Do you think you have the right to ask? If you want to ask. Of course, you can ask. But you know, why you ask, where are you heading? What is happening to you? That means that is to show your iman is dropping. That's how it goes. You want to know whether your iman is good or not. When Allah says something, sami'na wa ata'na. Don't ask what Allah wants you to do. Don't ask. You don't understand sometimes. You know why Allah said, وَيْلُ لِكُلِّ خُمَزَةٍ لُمَزَةٍ? What is that meaning of that ayah? Hellfire for the gossiper and the backbiter. Do we like to gossip and backbite? Do we like to gossip and backbite? Whoa. Talking about people, number 1. I don't have to go to school. Ustad don't have to teach me. I'm my own teacher. Gossiping, talking bad about people. Allah warned us, don't, because it's dangerous. Looking down upon others, don't, it's dangerous. La yaskhar qawmun min qawmin. The Muslim man from one good group don't look down upon another group. The same, the woman don't look down upon other. You do not know the group that you look down upon. Maybe is better in the sight of Allah than you. Don't look down. When we are faced with an issue that exhausts our wits and excel our intelligence, we should be ready to declare defeat and submit fully to Allah's guidance. Thing that you don't know about ghaib, just submit to Allah. That's why after saying something, it's good to say, Wallahu a'lam. Thing that you don't know, you're not sure. Wallahu a'lam. I think my opinion is like that. Ending, Wallahu a'lam. The problem is we often say, Ana a'lam. I know more. This is especially true when we deal with issues relating to Qadr, about the unseen, Taqdir. They have once and again challenged human intellect. Knowing our limit in issues of faith does not reflect ignorance. Because this is Allah's word. What is there for you to argue? Just try your best to understand and act upon it. And Allah knows that it's not easy for us to understand. And that's why He sent a prophet. A prophet, a human like you and me, who live and die, who have feeling, who have family, who eat, who sleep like us, so that you can easily follow Him. And that's why Allah called us to follow Him. It never means that when you try to be smarter than Allah. Today you have so many group of Muslims. And this coming Saturday, from 8 p.m., we are having a forum. Where? In Putra Hotel. Putra Hotel. This coming Saturday. I was just informed. The Hotel Putra is just opposite IJN, Jalan Turaza. No. Just opposite IJN, Jantung Negara. Yeah. Anybody who like to join, they can. Because the issue that they have confirmed is about talking about so many group of Muslims. The liberal, the secular, the plural. They have been contacting me, message me, because lately I hardly open WhatsApp. So they start to call me and say, have you seen the WhatsApp? Not yet, I said. Then they show me the program. Your name is there, already remember. Ayo. Anyhow, it's good to know. Sometimes because we thought that we knows better, and we try to interpret everything according to our way. When Allah have given us so many good things here, we are not thankful to Him. And then we are opening up our door for greater fitna. To allow a lot of things that cause a lot of unrest. Not only to this generation, if this thing is not being taken care properly, even the coming generation is going to suffer more. That's why Allah said, وَلَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ بَعْدَ إِصْلَاحِهَا. When there is peace, when everything is well done, people have learned how to accept and respect each other. Don't cause unrest. Through what we'll learn today. Normally in every Muslim country, the Muslim good leader will give the right to other disbeliever. They have their other belief. We never force them, oppress them. But when the Muslim is believing in the country ruled by a non-Muslim leader, normally our right will not be honored. Now the issue of dressing also become a problem. When there was no problem before. See? When the other disbeliever, what kind of dress they want to dress, nobody stopped them. Just an example. Malaysia is a good example. We honor the right of others. This is what you believe. La ikrah fi din, no compulsion in religion. But they are dishonoring our belief. Knowing our limits in issues of faith does not reflect ignorance, rather it reflects true knowledge and understanding. According to Abu Ja'far al-Tahawi, rahimallah, religious knowledge is two types. A, knowledge that is granted to people through revelation. Rejecting this knowledge is a denial of Allah's teaching. B, knowledge that was never given to people, presuming this knowledge or delivering into a clear transgression. There are two types. One from Allah, and one we get the knowledge from whatever sources we want. If you want to know the truth, Get it from the Quran and the Sunnah. If you want all the rubbish, you can get it from YouTube, Twitter, and all others. You can get all the rubbish there. Yeah, the worst thing that you cannot come across, you can come across there. Yeah. Look at what is happening to the media today. Yeah. Why? I'm not talking about the not yet Muslim, I'm talking about Muslims who are involved in media. We don't even reflect ourselves as a Muslim when you are covering the media. People who are traveling here and there, in groups. Yeah. When the time for you to pray, do you pray? Example. Sometimes you don't even pray. And your guide, your tour guide, they are non-believer. They thought that you are Muslim. They are respecting your religion. They bring you to the halal restaurant. They bring you to the masjid, but you are not praying. Something is very wrong with our education. If we want to send a team of Muslim media, Muslim reporter, we must brief them. Remember, wherever you go, you are a Muslim. You have to represent Islam wherever you go. No, I was very worried when I was in Japan. Why? This is Qada of Qadr. Because one of the emperors started to eat Ba'alih Baya. Now the whole nation eat Ba'alih Baya. Before they don't eat, so it's halal, most of the food. Now most of the food is very difficult to declare halal. And sometimes we also have our representative there. The Muslim will travel and visit and so on. They don't even care. We feel sad. Then how can you represent Islam? It's the Qada of Allah. The thing changed over there. And we can change with the will of Allah if we present Islam properly. Then people say, wow. Because I travel too. I met a lot of Malaysians over there sometimes who were surprised to see me there. They say they heard about me, but they never seen me here. They only see me there. They follow my khutbah Jumat there, then take a group picture. Alhamdulillah, it's Allah Qadar. You hear my name in Malaysia, but you don't see me. You see me over there. Yeah. And some of them even ask me, I thought that Hussain had passed away for a long time ago. I said, yeah, I reincarnate in Japan. Very interesting sometimes. Things happen, you see. Lastly, brothers and sisters, before we is about this topic. Avoiding disputes over Qadar is a very important knowledge. We will talk about it in the coming class. But no, in the coming Wednesday, I won't be around. Qadar again. Alhamdulillah, don't worry. There are more to come, no? Sometimes Allah Qadar that I travel, why? I think there's a reason. So that I'm exposed to more things. Yeah? And I can understand what is happening, inshallah, with the will of Allah, that I can share with all of us here, inshallah. Yeah? Can you imagine, brothers and sisters, you don't have to travel so many countries, you get a lot of information from all these countries. Yeah? Alhamdulillah, just pray for us. Yeah. And may Allah make me easy to do some da'wah to my immediate family. Yeah. Because this is a family tour. Yeah. My family, the Yi family. Inshallah. If there's any question and answer, now we're open for Q&A. Fatafaddal. Question from the sisters. Pass the mic, please.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
My question would be, you know, Allah grants knowledge, wisdom to whom He wills. There's a saying that sometimes something that you understand is only meant for you, that not all that you know is meant to be shared, especially with those of lesser understanding. So how do we know what to be shared and what not to be shared? Because sometimes when we learn something new or there's a new finding, we get excited to share with those whom we love.
Good. It's very
Thank
important to have the right spirit to share your knowledge. You can start to share first, but now knowing for yourself is another thing. It's easier. But for you to share, pass the knowledge to others, you must have some wisdom. Like I show you, Allah appoint Muhammad to be His last messenger. He sent the revelation. He can accept everything Allah revealed. For him to convey the message, he needs to have a lot of wisdom and patience. You understand that? And what to say to them first. If a person don't even pray yet, they have problem with belief, not the ritual. A ritual, they don't care anymore if they have problem in their aqidah. So we don't focus on the ritual, we focus on the aqidah. You understand? Focus on matters that is more important first. Yeah? Like a reward example. Don't haram this, haram. Don't talk about haram. So many haram. You just talk about how to believe in Allah. When they can accept that Allah is all-knowing, all-powerful, He is the best, then whatever He wants you to do is for your best. It's for your own good. You go indirectly. And that's why the Prophet reminds us, and Ali also reminds us about doing da'wah, sharing the message. خَطِبَ النَّاسِ عَلَى قَدْرِ أُقُولِهِمْ. When you want to talk to somebody, like how our Prophet, he look at that person. Is that person knowledge is limited, he will use a very simple approach. Example, he bring a lot of examples sometimes. He don't have to go with very high bombastic kind of term, and they're floating, what is this? You know? Use a very simple approach. I show you another example. Two persons came to the Prophet different times, asking same question. Ayu a'malu ahabba ilallah? Which deed that Allah love most? Because they want to do. Companions are not like us. We don't even ask any of this. We know what is good already. No. So the Prophet looked at the questioner. And because he knew them, they are very close to the Prophet. He knows that this person, when come to dutiful to the parent, very good. Parent are very proud of them and happy with this son. Talking about jihad, sacrifice in the way of Allah, he is always ready. But he have one weaknesses. Praying, yeah, at the right time. He always delay the prayer. He pray, but he delay. So the Prophet said, as-salatu ala waqtiha. Yeah, pray at the early time. Is something that Allah loves most. But he never stopped there. Thumma ayya Rasulullah. After that he said, then jihad fi sabilillah. Be more prepared. There are more jihad coming. After that, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ. All are important, but he highlighted. The second person came to the Prophet at different time, asked the Prophet, Ayu a'malu ahabba. He looked at the person, bil walidain, because this person prayer, mashallah, but he had problem in serving the parent. He's not kind to the parent, not so dutiful to them. So he emphasized, be dutiful to them. You understand that, sis? Of course, this you need to have experience. Yeah. My Monday night class, the first Monday of every month, I just started 4 classes because it's 1 month. We are focusing on how to call people to Islam. Uslubu da'wah. I just started 4 times. First Monday of the month. In the same area here, inshallah. So this is to teach us the technique, the wisdom that the Prophet used. You have the knowledge, how are you going to share the knowledge? You can try sometimes, but when you try, they reject. Then you know, oh, you must learn how to break, and then have patience, and then check which is the best approach. Go back to the scholars, tell them, they will guide. Even like the new Muslim who came to us, complaining about problem with the parent and so on. So I keep on guiding them. You try this and see how do they respond. Yeah? And then keep me informed. So I will try to keep on guiding you with the will of Allah. Things change, alhamdulillah. Yeah. Now, any other question from the sisters again? Because there are more sisters, so I always ask sisters first. Yeah. Now, okay. Sister Rohani is reminding me about what is going to happen soon in this coming week. What is going to happen? Nothing, huh? Yeah, there's a big event sometime. It's because this is the day that some of us believe the birthday of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Yeah. It's been confirmed that he died. Yeah, he passed away on this day. About when he was born, no one knows. But anyhow, whoever said he loved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, it's so easy. Look at what the Prophet said. La yu'minu ahadukum hatta hawahu taba'an lima jiktu bih. Number 1. Look at the saying of the Prophet. La yu'minu ahadukum hatta ahabba ilay min walidihi wa walidihi wan nasi ajma'in. None of you can say that you really believe in me. If you believe in the Prophet, means you love him. If you love him, you must believe in him. None of you can be a true believer of the Prophet until you control your desire to follow my sunnah. No one can be a true believer to the Prophet until he loved the Prophet more than his family, his children, and everyone, even himself. That means you must love the Prophet more than yourself, more than your parent, more than your children, more than your friend. And how is to follow his sunnah. Who loved the Prophet? The wife. Allahu Akbar. Is there any written history mentioned the wife make a celebrate birthday of the Prophet? Not necessarily have cake, no. Just makan. They want to makan every day, we makan. If you really love the person, you must know what he loves most. And that special day, you want to give Musang King ka, alhamdulillah. Example. But there is no special celebration. Who loved the Prophet most? The companions. They loved the Prophet like Abu Bakr, Omar, until they die at the same year. At the age of 63, the same age. 63. And to prove to us that their love to the Prophet is so great, even their body was buried side by side with the Prophet. None of them celebrate. To remember who is Prophet Muhammad is very good. I would recommend that we have a gathering open for the whole nation, not only for Muslims, because Prophet Muhammad is a prophet for all mankind, not only for Muslims. And that's why we declare public holiday for whole Malaysian, not only Muslims have public holiday. Make them understand who is this great man. It's good. But not some kind of ritual. There's no ritual taught by the Prophet, done by the companions. So once again, brothers and sisters, it's coming. The day is coming. And we know that we are going to have a what? A public holiday. Want to talk about the Prophet Sunnah? Go ahead. Do good. If we have loved our Prophet the way our Prophet loved us to love him, Allahu Akbar, I think all the fitna that we are facing today will never happen. We have been together, working together closely, to bring Islam, to the country. And then I think the people also love our Prophet because they know that this man brings goodness to everybody. You know, sometimes the way they criticize us, I feel very sad. Even people go to Umrah, also they criticize. Even people going to Umrah, we are criticizing them. Why you do that? Oh, they say this Muslim, when they commit sin, they go to Mecca. So, if you want to go to Mecca, you want them to go where? I think it's better they go to Mecca. If they want to change, become better, why not? But you see how negative we are. But of course, you don't keep on doing the wrong thing and then after that, Makkah. Doing the wrong thing after Makkah. Nah. But I think if anybody wants to go to Makkah, it's a good journey. A journey that the Prophet encouraged you. And we hope even we are weak in our iman, but slowly and slowly we become better and better. Why not? People don't want to see us change. And sometimes we also say Amin to what people say. No. It's their right. So now you know about the day. There's no special ritual. You want to remember the saying the Prophet, read the hadith is good. That's why Abu Hanifa said, be 1 hour with the Prophet. That means you learn something from the Prophet. It's better for the whole life that what you are doing, but you are not following the Prophet. Now, next question, sister. Now,
Assalamualaikum, Ustaz.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
Sorry, whenever I come here, my voice is like this.
Alhamdulillah. Don't worry. Qadr.
I'm a bit confused because it is said that there are 73 sects of Muslims in the world, but Nabi Muhammad SAW said that only one will follow him into Jannah. And I read somewhere that there are 70,000 Muslims will follow him. So, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering that one sect is only 70,000?
Okay.
What about the billions of Muslims in the world? No?
Now, the Prophet ﷺ start to remind us of what happened before the end of the day. Yeah? That these believing people, the believer, will be divided. Everybody claim they are believers, not about the non-believer. The first group, the Prophet said, the Yahud, is going to be divided into 71.
Yeah, 71.
And one will go to Jannah. Among the 71 of the Yahud, one group go to Jannah, the one who believe in Moses and follow the teaching of the Torah. The second group, Nasara, 72. 71 will go to Jahannam, one will go to Jannah. Those who believe in Jesus and the Bible, the Injil that was revealed to Jesus. Among the Ummah of Prophet Muhammad, 73. And those who will be the people of Jannah, the Prophet said, because when he said, only one, so people ask the companion, which one? Because everyone said they are the one. Let the Prophet explain. Ma ana alay. He make it very clear. First he had another saying, al-jama'ah. That's why you have people claim Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, because the Prophet used the word Jama'ah. But Jama'ah is still very general. Everybody say, we are also a Jama'ah. Then the Prophet said again, Ma ana alay wa ashabi. Allahu Akbar. This make it clear. The Prophet is saying that whoever follows the way that I am following, my teaching and the way my companions have been practicing the deed, they are the one, the safe one. Firqa Najiyah, the safe group. I didn't say that. Our Prophet make it clearer. First he said Jama'ah, still very general. Then he zoomed into it more and said, Ma ana alay wa ashabi. And it was confirmed in another saying in the Khutbatul Wida. The Prophet ﷺ said, Man ya'ish minkum ba'di. Whoever among you survive after my death, fasayara ikhtilafan kathira. You are sure to see a lot of division, a lot of groups. Kathira, a lot. What did the Prophet say? Alaykum bisunnati. Hold on to my sunnah. Wa sunnatil khulafa ar-rashidin al-mahdi min ba'di. And the sunnah of my four khalif. Khulafa ar-rashidin known. Abu Bakr, Umar, Osman, Ali, everybody except who consider they are Ahli Sunnah wal Jama'ah. They must accept this form. And this is what the Prophet said, whoever follow. Now come back to 70,000. Now the 70,000 is what the Prophet said about the first that will enter paradise. We also may, inshallah, enter paradise. We pray for that. But if you are not the group that the Prophet mentioned 70,000, then you also enter paradise a bit late. after the Prophet entered paradise, then 70,000 followers of Prophet will go to paradise. Not other ummah, the ummah of Prophet Muhammad, being blessed with this privilege. But then there is other hadith that the Prophet mentioned. Yeah? That from 70,000, you have 70,000. That means one of the 70,000 will also spread to 70,000 more. You understand that? Yeah. Don't worry about the 70 for 70. Inshallah. As long as you follow the sunnah, we believe that it's going to spread. 70,000 each one will also develop 70,000. We don't know how many people. Yeah? It's like what Allah talked about, His throne will be pulled by how many thousand of angels?
70,000.
And each angel have 70,000. You see the throne of Allah? Nobody can imagine. But you must believe. Now, any last question? Fadal. Zulaikha?
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My heart is beating after all this hearing about the 70,000. I was telling the sister will be among the last of the 70,000. What was my question? I have two questions, Ustaz. One, last week you were saying about if someone doesn't like us, we need to ask the person why.
Again?
Last week you mentioned about if somebody doesn't like us, we have to find out why they don't like us. Yeah, that's one question. The second one is like they're gonna have this big celebration at Merdeka Square, the Maulid. So and there will be Bazanji. I'd just like to know what Bazanji is. Where did it come from? What's the meaning of it? And also Marhaban, where did that come from?
Barzanji or Marhaban was never taught by our Prophet ﷺ, practiced
yes,
by the companions, first, second, third generation. Then later on, somebody started to come up with good intention, but wrong presentation.
Right.
So we don't follow.
Yes, of course. I know that.
Number two, when somebody dislikes us, normally my way of self-improvement is I would like to know if they can tell me, have I done something that is not right? Have I said something that is not right? So that I can improve and change better. But if I don't want to ask, also can. No, because I think I'm always right. Why must I ask? So the person who dislikes me is his problem, not my problem. I also can take that stand. But if I do that, I'm worried that if I'm wrong, I cannot change because I do not know. And who knows that I'm wrong? Maybe the one who is looking at me can see me better than myself. Yeah. So it's good if you like to ask. You be humble yourself. Yeah, that if they don't want to say anything, then alhamdulillah, you have asked. You know? So there's nothing wrong. Normally, I would like to ask. I want to know.
Usually they won't say why.
They don't say why, then alhamdulillah. Then it's just the shaitanic feeling is disturbing us to put this bad feeling among us that we are feeling not that close anymore. We don't know what. Tell me.
Ustad, I have had people coming to me and said, so and so, people complain about you. Why do you do this? People always complaining about. And I said, I asked who they are.
Okay.
But it's never told to me.
Okay.
So what do I do?
No, that is also good. If they don't want to tell you who, also sometimes because maybe somebody that is talking about you is also close to you, your family members, but they don't want to say anything in front of you. Why? Because they know that you have a very strong personality. If you say anything, you're going to come after them. So, but if they send somebody to tell you, and to me, I say, yeah, what did they say? You don't have to tell me who. What do they say? Maybe what they say is true. Oh, yeah. Oh, then I must have said something wrongly. I will correct it. No problem.
It's all about being, they always say I'm judgmental. Judgmental.
Yeah, because they love you so much. So they monitor you more. When people don't love you, they don't care.
But the people who say it, they don't follow the sunnah.
Yeah, they don't follow the sunnah because they are not exposed to the sunnah yet. They are exposed to the bid'ah. And they thought bid'ah is a sunnah. So that's why they say that enough. What they know is enough. So we must have patience. Yeah? Anybody, you must remember, sister, anybody talk bad about you, behind you, you know what is going to happen to you? You are patient, Allah reward you. One of their goodness will transfer to you. One of your sin will be transferred to them. It's a good, it's a good exchange. You know? I think they have a lot of good deeds. They want to share their good deeds to you. Normally, I will do that too. I counsel myself by doing that. No, so that I can move on better. Yeah, okay?
Yeah, Jazakallah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. So may Allah bless us and guide us, brothers and sisters. Remember, next Wednesday class is off, but Sunday class is still on, inshallah. Saturday class is also on, inshallah. Yeah? No, my Saturday, but Sunday I'll be on Sunday. Saturday night I have. Saturday morning I have 2 or so morning. Oh, Saturday morning the class is on, of course, for the revert, but I may not be around. Yeah, but Sunday class I will be in, inshallah. Sunday I will be in, inshallah. So sisters, inshallah, for those who don't have the book yet, be patient. Yeah, the book is no more in the market in Malaysia, but we are waiting, yeah, for the arrival of the book, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.